Good morning. Today's topic is arrays. We will find out why we need arrays and we'll be able to use arrays for solving simple problems also in this particular session. So what is array? Array is an indexed list of elements. We said that a variable is a container that holds a value. Similarly, an array can be considered a container as well, but this one can hold multiple values. So as we said, array is an index list of elements. For example, there are many ways of assigning identifiers to the following fruit. Here you are seeing 4 fruits: strawberry, orange, apple and watermelon. This we are saying fruit 1, this is fruit 2, fruit 3 and fruit 4. We just represent an array as an array index starts with 0. So we'll write fruit of 0, fruit bracket 0 close bracket, fruit bracket open bracket 1 close bracket, fruit open bracket 2 close bracket, fruit open bracket 3 close bracket. So fruit of 0, fruit of 1, fruit of 2 and fruit of 3 are the elements of an array, and fruit is the identifier for that array, and the length of the fruit array is 4. That is, fruit has 4 elements, so length has become 4. If you see the representation here, fruit bracket open 0 close bracket. So here fruit is what? Identifier. This square brackets we use, and 0 is index. Let's take a look about the advantages of using arrays. Arrays represent multiple data items of the same type using a single name. In arrays, the elements can be accessed randomly by using the index number. Arrays allocate memory in contiguous memory locations for all its elements. Hence, there is no chance of extra memory being allocated in case of arrays. So, this avoids memory overflow or shortage of memory in arrays. So, we'll see why actually we are going for arrays with a simple example I will show. If I write here variable a is equal to 10, I'll just go from beginning, let complete code, HTML, then script. Here I have written a is equal to 10. Then I will write a is equal to 20. Then I will write a is equal to 30. Then I will write a is equal to 40. Now I will print. I'm printing a value. Just close the script. Close HTML. A simple program. Just save this. Given as array demo.html. We'll open the browser. I executed my code. I got output as a is equal to 40. This is not clear, so I will just make it big. I got a is equal to 40. You see the program, how many values a variable is having? For a, it is having 10, it is having 20, it is having 30, it is having 40. So I have given 4 values for a, but in the output I am getting only one value, so I am losing this 10, 20 and 30. I am losing these 3 particular values. I am only getting the last value because here a is a number and number will store only one element. It cannot store multiple elements. So how to overcome this? As I don't want to lose these particular values. So what to do? So they came up with the idea called arrays, where the array can hold multiple values at a time. This holding multiple values at a time is not possible by a normal variable, because every time when you give the same different values to the same variable, it overrides those values. Here a is 10, it is overwritten by 20, then it is overwritten by 30, then it is overwritten by 40. So a normal variable cannot store multiple values at a time. So there is a need to go for a new concept which helps us to store multiple values at a time without losing the values. So with that idea came concept called arrays. So that's why we are learning arrays concept. Hope it is clear. Now we'll see how to declare those arrays, how to initialize value to those arrays. We'll move on to that. Suppose variable student 1 is there, student 2 is there, student 3 is there, student 4. So 4 students. So what we do? So let student 1 is equal to, within double quotes executed, student 2 is equal to, this is declaring variables, this is assigning value to the variables, and this is printing those values. This is normal way of using the variables. And how to do with arrays, we will see. For that we will see what is, if it is arrays, how to use. So what we do? We use the student is equal to new keyword array. Array is also a keyword. Then open parenthesis 4 close parenthesis. This is array declaration. Then what we do? Same identifier with a different index. So variable name is student. So this student is storing is bit at DTE, GPT and college. 4 values at a time. The printing, as it is 4 values, we can directly print or we can use a for loop. That's not the matter. Now if we see arrays. In JavaScript, arrays are implemented in the form of array object. The key property of the array object is length, and there are many methods: reverse sort, length, split. Like this, there are more than 10 to 15 array methods are there that we'll see in the session. The elements of array can be of any type. You can even have a array containing other array also. So declaring, how to declare an instance of the array object. So if student is an instance of the array object, student was declared such that it is of length 4. That is, student is an array having 4 elements. The 4 elements of the array are student, bracket open, 0, close bracket, and student of 1, student of 2 and student of 3. If you see that example, student is equal to new array, open parenthesis 4, close parenthesis. Here student is what? Identifier, is equal to is assignment operator, and new operator is used here, which is used to create an instance. An array, this is the parent object for creating the instance. We have the pair of parentheses, and 4 is the length of the instances of array. So only we can create up to 4. Less than 4 also we can create. 4 means it is allowing us to do till 4, but not beyond 4. If you are trying for beyond 4, you will get as undefined. So if you see, this is an object. This has object if you are seeing. Then what is the instance of the object? So these are the instances of object. So same object having multiple copies is called instances. So all instances of an object are objects themselves. And if you look out, the property values of the instances may differ. Properties means, if you see this figure, it is having dark blue, it is having light blue, it is black, light black, dark black. This is somewhat other color, this is light blue. Right? So the property values of instances may be different. It's not, it can have the same, but we can have a different values also. That facility is there in arrays. So this is what we have used to declare. And if you talk about the naming rules, what the array name should be, means you have to follow the rules again. Whatever rules you have followed for declaring a variable, the same rules you have to follow here. So again, one more time I will tell. You should not use keywords. You should not use spaces in between the characters or words. If you are using multiple words for a name, you should not use special characters, and you should not use only digit. And what you should use is, you should use a character, single character or group of characters, character followed by digit, or group of characters followed by digit, or group of characters followed by group of digits. Like this you can give. Now we'll see the syntax and all this. How to create an array. So use variable. The simple way of creating is variable array. Variable array name is equal to open brackets item 1 comma item 2 comma and so on, close bracket, semicolon. If you see the example for that, if you take variable cards is equal to open bracket within double quotes SAP comma Volvo within double quotes comma within double quotes BMW. This is how we have to create simple arrays without creating an instances, simply creating values, giving multiple values. And there is another way also, like variable cards is equal to bracket open, below one below other followed by comma also we can give. And there is so another one which we have seen, that var cards is equal to new array open parenthesis within double quotes SAP comma within double quotes Volvo comma within double quotes BMW close parenthesis semicolon. This is how we can declare three ways. First one is within square brackets followed by comma, then bracket open each and every element in the next line followed by a comma, and last element you should not give a comma. That you have to be careful. And another way is using new keyword. You can create an array. How to access the elements? So you access an array element by referring to the index number. Like variable index name is equal to cards of 0. So we are storing the first index in name. So if you see this particular example, variable cards is equal to within brackets we have 3 elements. So this index is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Document.getElement by id demo.innerHTML is equal to cards bracket open 0 close bracket semicolon. So always the array index starts with 0. So 0 is the first element and 1 is the second element and so on. Now we will see how to access these elements of an array with simple example. HTML. Simply we will work for script. Then we will write variable cars is equal to Audi BMW, comma I-20, comma Benz. So I have passed 4 items or 4 elements. So this is a normal way of holding multiple values. Now how to access means we will use simply document.write. Cars, so 0. We'll add some decorations so that it will be helpful for us to know in the output. So with the document.write I am printing the first element. So here I will get cars of 0 means the index starts from 0. So I will get Audi. Just copy this code. We have 4 elements, so we will write 4 times. Then close script, close HTML. Here also you can add in output, it will not be visible for us, so we'll add h1 tag in the beginning, and at the end also we'll add a h1 tag. Just copy paste. So we'll just save the program. array1.html. We'll go to the browser. Execute. Not getting the output, so maybe a simple mistake I have done. What is that mistake? You just see. H1 tag I have written plus cars of 0 I have written plus cars of 0 plus closing. Yes, here if you see these double quotes I have forgotten. So you have to be able to solve the errors also. So this helps to know the program better. So just save it. Execute it. See, we got the output. Cars of 0 is Audi, cars of 1 is BMW, and cars of 2 is I-20, and cars of 3 is Benz. So this is how accessing the elements of array. Now this is first way we have seen. Now we'll see the second way. So the second way was cars is equal to open bracket and then within double quotes writing in next line, again writing in next line, then writing in next line, and then this is the other way of assigning values to array or writing an array. Then we'll see, we'll just save the program and then we'll execute. See, I have executed, there is no difference, even though if you are given like that, enter writing in the next line for the elements, there is no difference. Both means the same. Now we'll see the third way. So what was the third way? The third way was using just make comments for this, and we'll just go for the third way. We'll just use variable cars is equal to new array of 4. This is the another way of creating arrays. Variable cars is equal to new array of 4. Now this is just declaration. Now we have to initialize values. So how to initialize values? We have to use cars within square brackets is equal to Audi, then cars of 1 is equal to Benz, then cars of 2 is equal to BMW, then cars of 3 is equal to 520. So this is how we have to assign our values to the array if we are using new keyword. If this is the way, if you are giving here 4 means you can go only up to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3 is total 4. We'll see what happens if you are going beyond, and we'll try that also. So we'll just see the simple thing now, and then later on we'll go for the beyond thing. Okay. Now we'll just save the program. Go to our browser. Just execute. See, I got the output. Now, I was saying I have used 4, and if I am using extra, what happens? So I will go for cars of 4. And let Innova. And here also I will just print that. Control C, Control V. Let 4. Save. Just execute. See, the size is only 4, but I am trying to assign values to 5 elements. So if this is the case, it happens we forget, we may add extra also. So when we are adding extra, what happens? We'll just see the demo. We are getting that. Even though we are given 4, we are getting 4. So there is no difference. Even though if you are giving 4 and if you are trying to enter 5, now we will see differently. You haven't assigned, let us suppose. Let us see if there is no initialization for the 5th element, and you trying to access those 5th element, that is cars of 4, what happens? Just save it. Enter. See, we got undefined. We haven't initialized the value, but we are trying to access that. So what happens is we got undefined. So in this arrays, what it will do is, if element is not there, simply it will tell us that it is undefined. That you have to keep in mind. Now we'll see the remaining cases. Here we'll see if I remove this, what happens. Save. I will remove these comments also. And just save the program, execute. See, I got the output. So even though if I am not giving the size of the array in the declaration, it is accepting and I am getting the output. See, I haven't given the size, but here I am telling the size. So if I write 1 also here, and if I am trying to give values for 5, what happens? We will see. There will not be any difference. We will get all the elements. See, we will getting all the elements. For simple programs, it won't show any effect, but when we are dealing with some different programs, big programs, where the size is limited, there it shows the effect. So I have removed this also. Now changing the array element. How to change? Simply giving that index number and then changing. If you see that example, variable cars is equal to I am having sub Volvo and BMW. Here car sub 0 is sub, but I am using car sub 0 as Opel. We'll get that also. How we'll just see. We'll remove this. We'll go for our. We'll just make this into comment slash star star slash. We'll just keep this in comments. This is also number, so we'll keep it in comments. We will just remove these comments. So here what we are given, cars is equal to Audi, BMW, i20 and Benz. Now how to change the elements? So here just use this. Here car sub 0 is Audi, so just simple thing is I'll just change the value here. Here first I'll print and then I will show. So this is what we are having. So I'll earlier values and then changed values also I'll show. Then I will write cars of 0 is equal to Lamborghini then cars of 1 is equal to Fortuner, cars of 3 is equal to Tesla, right? Then this copy paste this. Just save it and just execute. See, I executed first for simple declaration. I got cars of 0 is equal to Audi, cars of 1 BMW, cars of 2 i20, cars of 3 Benz. Now I have changed the value. Cars of 0, if you observe here it is Audi, now it is Lamborghini. Cars of 1 is BMW, now it's Fortuner. Cars of 2 I haven't given any change, so we got the same value. Cars of 3 I have given as Tesla, their Benz. So just simply again rewriting will just change the elements. Very simple thing. Changing an element. Now how to access the full array? With JavaScript, the full array can be accessed by referencing the array name. So variable cars and then simply writing cars. So I'll show that. Here also I'll write, here also I'll write. or else we'll just remove this comments and then we'll write here. Accessing the complete array. Before after also I am using that, simply writing cars, the name of car, save, execute, see, cars of 0 is Audi, BMW i20, Benz. So if I write only cars, only the name, I am getting all the elements separated with a comma. Audi, BMW, i20 and Benz. Then the changed values are Lamborghini, Fortuner, i20 and Tesla. And then cars, Lamborghini, comma, Fortuner, comma, i20, comma, Tesla. Right. So you simply, if you write the name of array, we will get all the elements separated with a comma. So assigning values to array elements, this we have seen how to assign. Accessing, we can use a for loop also, that we'll see. So JavaScript arrays are heterogeneous. So when we write A is equal to new array 9, B is equal to new array 13, B of 0, 23, so we can write multiple values at a time. So how to write this multiple values? I'll just show it now in the same example, or we'll take a new example. Write HTML, then script, then we'll write variable items is equal to, within this bracket, first I will write vegetables, then money required for this is 200, then units required, will require it or not? Yes, we require it. True. And then fruits, so like this I have been declaring different values, and then I will print those values. Items, individually you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Control C, Control V, control V. Here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. Just changing the values. Item 1, item 2, item 3, and item 4, and then closing script, closing HTML, save array2.html, execute. See, try to access all different vegetables 200, true, fruits. Item 0 is vegetable, item 1 is 200, item 2 is true, item 3 is fruits, and item 4 is 10.5. So I can able to pump all different data types in one, all different types, whereas this is not possible in the previous languages like C and C++. We'll just see whether we write like this, whether we'll get the type of, let us see. Yes, we got. So I'll just change it. So, item 0, then we'll just write here type of also to know what type it is. Type of items 0 plus So for clarity I am writing this. To know what different types it is accepting. So here plus is missed. Plus just save it and we'll see the output. Item 0 vegetables, it has taken as string. Item 1 also it is taken as string. Item 2, so all it has considered it as string. Even though we have given integer values and float values, it has taken as, so that what I was just trying to confirm it. Here even though if I have given 200, it is taken as string. True also it has taken as string, this also it has taken as string, this also it has taken as string. But we were expecting that this is a string, this is a number, this is a boolean value, this is a string, and this is a float value. Why? Because I already told in the previous video that each and every item it accepts as a string. Earlier also while writing the simple program of addition, it was trying to take a string. What we have done, we have passed as integer, right? So that's why it has shown all as string. And more about this arrays we will see in the next session. Thank you.